Hello, guys, and welcome to another game of console gaming. Console gaming league tournament, week 8. I just noticed this is week 7. You know what? I'm gonna do an on-the-fly edit. You guys did not see this. Doo doo. And oh, we're making that an 8. But other than that, we are bringing you a diamond match right now. If you joined me last stream, you saw me on a gold match. On this one, this will be diamond between Krazy 88 and N7 University. N7 University is coming in with a win over their last week's opponent. It's going to be 4-3. Record with Krazy 88 coming with a 2-5 record. They did lose their last week's match prior. This is also a playoff contenders match for N7 University. If they win, they are potentially in the playoffs. I am your host, Pickles. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you have Twitch Prime, feel free to utilize it on me because you get it for free with Amazon. But other than that, I do have another co-host. It is going to be Chef Billy 77. Billy will probably be doing the play-by-play most of the time. I will be doing all the behind-the-scenes work. I'll chime in from time to time. We're just waiting for the teams to be finalizing, get their ready, and we'll be bringing you the action. Be back in a few minutes. Okay. Uh, Alright, guys, we are in Eichenwald. I have Chef here and also Basic. He is a surprise guest with us. I'm gonna let them guys. I'm gonna let them take over because you're like their voice is way better than mine.
What's up, CGL Nation? We are looking at a match between N7 University, who's coming in with a 4-3 record. They are basically looking at if you win, you are in, and on the other side, they are looking to play the spoilers. Basic. I'm kind of excited for this match. I get
super stoked for this match. I mean, didn't know I was coming in until about 30 seconds ago, and I can't be here for super long, but I'm super stoked to be here nonetheless. Really excited to see what these teams bring out composition-wise. Already seeing some exciting stuff for the defense. I'm Nody on the May, Salty Fox still undecided, Caden on the Mercy, Hitman on the Reinhardt, Death joining him, Hank being the Zarya, and Inferno Butters rather, taking that Zenyatta. So, yeah, exciting little defense that we're going to see here. Ready to get this one rolling.
kind of coming out with a 2-2 here. It's kind of a goats-ish.
Wondering why we're not seeing Salty Fox on a hero. I'm kind of confused as to what's going on, but either way, we're going to see wall right through the middle. That's actually Chicken getting walled off the rip. He's going to get frozen by the May as well, but while that happens, Big Mac finding Inferno Butters. That's a huge opening pick for the squad, and they're just going to walk forward with it. Chicken actually getting some revenge there, finding him in that Rhine duel, and now we're going to see the aggression move to the point. That's going to be N7 getting a little aggressive on that objective. Frag's still coming through for them. I think they are going to capture point A for now.
Chicken had a little bit of a risky charge there, but the damage was already done by N7 University there, and I don't think they're going to have any problems now. It also looks like they're going to push up and start making a little bit of space. They are well into the streets phase here of Eichenwald, and whew.
Salty Fox finds one, and Butters backs him up as well, finding two more. What a beautiful wall by Nody on that May. Really going to open it up for Krazy 88s to get some turn aggression. They're going to do just that, as they are going to find All Might on that Zarya as well. So 518 in the time bank, but the payload is stopped for now for N7.
Yeah, I mean, huge wall there by Nody. I mean, that was clearly a planned play, and you know, just separating your team from your healers, that is never a good sight for N7 University.
And now coming up on this next fight, we're going to see ultimates from both sides. Main thing I want to point out is All Might's going to have that Graviton Surge kind of uncontested, but look at that wall that blocks the Shatter as well. Chicken coming in, using that Reinhardt ult, but going to get completely blocked off by the Mei wall. And then a return ult is going to come out from Nody. That's going to lead to a pin kill onto Dark Passenger. Great combos, and it's just going to lead to some more frags for this blue squad. That's Krazy 88s really making it work, running those ult combos very well, and they've got an ult advantage going into the next fight as well.
Yep, I mean, their Mei, I am Nody, he is sneaky. I did not even realize him on the play of field, and he threw out the blizzard, and even though Chicken got out of that, ended up freezing him anyways.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredibly aggressive Graviton. It's going to work, but the Dragon Strike is a little too late, and Transcendence is there to counter it too. The Soundbearer invested as well. That's going to be 88s going pretty much everything into this fight if we see the Earth Shadow come down, which we might. Still kind of anybody's fight as a couple picks get traded back and forth, but that's going to be blue lighting up the feed. Krazy 88s yet again, they kind of split them off. That's 2 on the left and 2 on the right, as Nody freezes Chicken yet again in this fight. So there to support, though. I think we're going to see them able to back up. Maybe not, as Blaze gets dropped by Salty Fox. The Ryan soon to follow, and this is a fantastic hold right now from Krazy 88s.
I think they got a very early pick, and I'm not sure, but you know, I think that Salty Fox not being able to choose a character right there in the beginning may have been a bit of a help to Krazy, or to the N7 University there, because Krazy 88s weren't fully stacked when they came into their first defense.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to see actually an aggressive Transcendence, not really to counter ult, just to kind of let them get aggressive. That's going to be a Dragon Strike coming through to do some zoning. But here, speaking of zoning,
Blizzard
that's going
out
to be
again.
a Cryo Freeze. That's a Blizzard in the back. That is so big. That's 2 frags, but it's kind of traded out. But a Graviton as well to try to back up some damage. All Might is going to be solo grabbed and caught by that one. Chicken not giving up the effort, finding a pin on Salty Fox, but I don't think that's going to be enough to change the tide. Maybe a Sound Barrier, though, can let them get going here. But a Mei wall as well to stop the aggression. Just so well played from both sides here. They're investing a lot of ultimates into these fights, but they're getting them so quick that it doesn't seem to matter. This fight really not trying to draw to a conclusion, but I think finally N7 they're going to be able to grab onto something here as they take out Inferno Butters, as Chicken leading the charge, and they start to get aggressive as they run around the side. think finally we will see the cart move through this gate as there's 2:30 left in the time bank.
I mean, if you want to liken them to somebody, Krazy 8 is throwing out also they're like a Philadelphia Fusion. They get them, they throw them. They get them, they throw them. They're not wasting them. They're not sitting on them. I think that the only one that really sat anything was Death 18. I mean, he held on to that grab for about a good 45 seconds. And still, even though he only caught one, he popped out a high gravity Zarya.
We're going to see an early rally be used as well as a shatter. Yeah, lots of stuff being popped with the return shatter. Big Best Chicken finding 3, but already some return frags. Oh. Surge and Dragon Strike invested, not finding frags, but still traded for both sides. Hitman, though, getting 2, popping off right there. Make on a walks off their own Reinhardt. No aggression for you right there, man, but they will still continue to walk forward. That will be All Might and Big Max getting taken down respectively. That will be a hold for now for Krazy 88.
They've only got a minute and a half left in the time bank, so now's the time to start building up your ults. And it looks like Big Max is switched off. The Hanzo now switched over to the McCree. Let's see if he can get some frags out of this, because the Hanzo, while it did work a little bit, it didn't seem like he and the Zarya were on the same page as far as timing of their ultimates.
You know what they're going to do, actually? They're going to go around the side. They're going to jump onto the high ground. They're going to meet him in this fight, and they're going to get caught in a grab. That's a 5-man stuck in that Graviton Surge. Hitman just able to swing his hammer like a madman, finding 4 frags, make that 5 as Caden kind of gets that final blow there. But that was just a beautiful setup by Death to get that big Graviton Surge in, and that's going to be the fight. Nail in the coffin super, like, insanely quickly there. So 40 seconds back to the drawing board for N7.
The Gong of Death has tolled.
I mean, not all hope is lost for N7. They're coming up on a couple ultimates mainly. I want to point out Chicken with that Earth Shatter. We saw how big it was last time, kind of getting 3. Didn't quite win him the fight, but it was a pretty big momentum shift in their direction. But speaking of that, we're going to see a freeze come through, but a well-timed Transcendence to kind of counter that from both sides. Zenyatta's kind of mirroring each other's movements while kind of separating the squads. But there's a Shatter coming down, finds Death in the back, but there's a return Shatter and a Sound Barrier to back it up. And here we go, Killfeed lighting up red for now. But actually that changes as we see a ton of aggression coming out from Krazy 88. Can anybody even touch the card? That's going to be Lucio. Big heads up play by Blaze there. It'll step on, force that overtime, but I think there's too many from Krazy 88. Might get
he is still pushing it,
it's going to be the stall. Yeah, he's still pushing it. Well done by the Lucio, but he's kind of alone. No backup from his team. How long is this going to last? Not too long as Salty Fox takes him down. Chicken trying to touch the payload best he can. Kind of pins into nothing, though. That's going to be Inferno getting it done. That's going to be Krazy 88's doing a fantastic hold on round 1.
Score.
That was incredibly coordinated. The May ults, I want to point out, I'm Noti, that those blizzards were absolutely providential and perfectly well timed. Even though Hitman, I think, had the best ult there of all the ults in that first round. That 5-man grab up on top of the bridge here at
that was actually Death who caught them in that, and then Hitman swinging that combos between the two tanks. I mean, credit to both of them, though. I mean, obviously, you got to set it up, and then you also got to follow through, so Hitman really doing a great job following through there. But sadly, that's going to do it for me, actually. I've got to go, turns out. Thank you guys for having me on. Sorry I was here for such a brief amount of time, but I enjoyed being here. Enjoy the rest of the match, guys. Sorry to kind of hog up some stuff, but yeah, see you in the next one.
I love it. See you, Basic.
There, guys. Thank you very much for having me on.
ya.
That was a fun little thing to do. Yep, later.
All right, so coming in to defense for N7 University, it looks like we're going to have Chicken back on his Reinhardt. We've got Blaze on Lucio, Big Mac on Soldier, probably looking to catch out of Farah. We've got Dark Passenger on Mercy, Nono on the Zarya, and All Might on Hanzo. Offensive-wise, looks like we're kind of running a little bit of a dive comp. The Farah, I wouldn't necessarily call that dive, but it's definitely something for them to keep an eye on.
Defend objective A.
Our standard poke face here. We've got Farah laying in with a little bit of early damage and a quick contest to the point, mainly to pull them off the choke here from Krazy 88s. Hitman is giving them a lot of issues here in the back.
That Mercy was trying to go for that res there. However, Sombra just was able to stop that.
Keep an eye on Nodi. She's already got her barrage. 2 frags out. Salty Fox is just wreaking havoc with the Sombra here. You know, I always question when I see a Hammond going against a Reinhardt, and right now, you know, Wrecking Ball is winning the fight. Wrecking Ball mirrored with that Sombra is just giving them all kinds of a headache right now. As we see the defense setup here, we've got the Reinhardt kind of out there front, kind of mitigating the damage that's coming in from Krazy 88s. But we've got a bit of flights. Pulse bomb out, doesn't find anybody. Ana goes down from a well-struck hammer by Chicken. Nodi takes out their Hanzo, and then Nono is getting in some massive damage in as Zarya. And it looks like Krazy 88 has got 4, almost 5 ults up online. Huge barrage out from I Am Nodi. And a counter from Big Max. He traps 3 with the Deadeye. Instant res for the Wrecking Ball from Mercy. Salty Fox hacks and then takes out the Hanzo. That was a lot to go on real quick. There is a massive EMP. It catches 3.
See you later.
Graviton Surge out from Nono. And now we've got Hitman on his Wrecking Ball, just letting them have it, smacking people around. And there is the capture by Krazy 88s. The Sombra and Wrecking Ball combo seemed to be a bit too much for N7 University. Pickles, what did you think you saw out of that first map?
The fair at the very end was doing very well. However, I do feel like some of the changes could have occurred a little bit faster. They were very strong. This moment right here, though, this was they thought they were being sneaky by going behind Reinhardt and Zarya, and everybody else saw that they were coming up from behind and just popped that Graviton Surge and was able to just pull them right there. The next map we're heading into is going to be Busan. Busan is a King of the Hill match. The teams and us will be back in a few moments. We'll have a break and be right back.
We'll see ya.
All right. All right, guys. We are heading into Busan. Last match, we did have Krazy 88s come with a 1-0 victory over NC University on Elkinwad. They were running a very nice composition with a Farah Mercy with a Sombra and a nice comp there. Now we're heading into Busan, which is a King of the Hill map. We'll see what the team are running. We'll have Chef here giving you guys information and what the teams will be running.
All right, well, here we are at the Mecha Base here in Busan. This is personally one of my favorite maps. I am a tanky boy, and tanks seem to have a lot of fun here in the Mecha Base. Close confined quarters, decent sightlines for DPS, and healers, of course, get no love generally, but, you know, it is what it is. Coming out from Krazy 88s, we've got I Am Nodi again on the May. We've got Mikakari on the Lucio, Caden 03819 on the Brigitte, Hitman 117 on Ryan, Death 18 on Zarya, and Inferno Butters on the Zenyatta. Coming out on the other side, Chicken 178 on the Reinhardt, Big Max on the Brigitte, Iced Up is on Diva. Looks like Dark Passenger is on Zenyatta, No is on Lucio, and All Might is on Zarya. It is 3-2 right now in favor of N7 University. Some quick early picks. Chicken already has a Shatter, and it looks like Death has thrown out an early Graviton Surge. It didn't really find much, got one out of it. It looks like Krazy 8s have back capped, and now we've got N7 University trying to contest. We've got dueling shatters here. Sound barrier out from Nono, and a counteracting transcendence from Inferno Butters. Massive fight breaking out on the point here. There's a Graviton Surge from All Might. Grabs 2 out of that. May's trying to stall out on the point here, and it looks like they're going to get the frags necessary. Maybe I spoke too soon, Lucio. Mikakari gets taken out as he was trying to stall that last point, and N7 University does in fact cap the point. 47%, and we're coming up on 10% from N7 University. It looks like N7 University here is trying to set up on a much forward point to contest the push of Krazy 88. There is a shatter from Chicken. A bomb is invested into it, doesn't catch anybody. But with a advantage of 6-2, it's a better part of Valor. Maybe to back up and just let them come at you. Pickles, what did you see out of that first fight there?
In the very beginning, Silver got off the hack, but I can't recall actually that actually did anything big. Clearly not, because she is no longer in the field. However, at the very end, that Diva bomb did not get any kill. Well, we're already at full fraud, but we do have a Dark Passenger with coiling off his ultimate with Transcend and trying to protect themselves. We have Chicken going in with the charge way into enemy feet. What do you think about that, Chef?
I mean, very aggressive from Chicken there. I think that maybe he realized that maybe he was playing a little bit passively during the last match and decided to be a little bit more aggressive. And this map does lend itself to being a lot more aggressive on this map. Big Max pops out a little bit of the armor using for rally. We've also got a sound barrier out from Nono. There is a shatter. Picks up 1. He gets the D-Mech onto Iced Up. And it is a team kill. Clean team wipe there. Now it looks like Krazy 88s is going to copy what N7 University did and push to the door there, spawn here. A lot of ults were invested on that last push by Krazy 88, so ult economy here is going to be a bit of a concern. And there's almost a quick back cap. We've got a bomb out from Ice. Up. Doesn't catch anybody. Transcendence is out from Dark Passenger. D.Va's got froze. And taken out of her mech. And here's a huge grab from Death 18. We are into the overtime timer right now. There's got to be something for N7 University to get on, but there was nothing for them to do. Chicken tried to get back on to contest the point, but it was just too much.
1-0. Ready for battle.
Last minute check. Everyone squared away.
So we are moving on to the downtown stage of Busan here. This is personally my favorite map because you have so many side angles, not only for maybe a Fire Strike or a D.Va Barrage with her micro missiles, but you also have the abilities for Widow to come out, or Ashe, McCree. This is one of my favorite maps because there's so many dynamic areas to fight from. Coming into this, it looks like N7 University is going to set up on the point, and we're going to have the initial fight break out here on the point. Iced Up takes out the Wrecking Ball of Hitman 117. I hear the Sombra again, Pickles. This, in fact, yeah.
Sorry, there. I had to do.
I'm not sure.
There. No, what I was trying to get is with the Pharah being. Never mind. We're past that moment. We're on a new moment. The past. We're getting a justice from above and eliminated Chicken.
It was a quick barrage from I Am Nodi, but he was taken out almost immediately after getting it off. But it looks like this Sombra is wreaking havoc. Inferno Butters already has his EMP. He's just creating havoc there, up on the high ground.
Still wondering why there's.
Oh, that's a huge save!
Like, did they not get the memo that the patch came out on Tuesday and that Goats is dead? Like, they don't have a hit scan.
I don't think they can.
Like,
they do not have a hit scan.
That's what's killing them. Everybody got a balance sheet. This was pretty much 1.75 essentially. 1.75. We have that EMP coming off of Nutters there. We also have Mines coming in from Wrecking Ball. Nodi coming in with some barrage.
Oh, there's a huge barrage from Nodi. Justice certainly did reign there. Quick revive on the Wrecking Ball by Mikakari, sorry. In NN7's favor, they definitely have an ult advantage coming in here on this next contest. It looks like they're coming up from the left side from their spawn. But Inferno Butters, again, he is wreaking havoc with his Sombra play. He's keeping the high ground, and he's just hacking people left and right. Looks like we've got Infrasights out from Kaden, letting people know where they are at any point. Nodi, once again, is getting a massive amount of ult charge, just laying the damage in. There's a grab out from All Might. Only caught one and seemed to get out of it. Rally popped by Dark Passenger. I'm not sure if there's anything to contest. Nope. And N7 University takes the second point of Busan.
Score 1.
That was a very interesting round as Inferno Butters was hacking left and right. He got 2 MPs in that round alone, but I did not see him really contest or get onto the point when his team really needed him. The play was fantastic, though. What do you think, Pickles?
I think that the bot in my chat room right now is not wanting to work correctly. So if you are trying to spam with the stuff, do note that I'll be fixing that in a moment. Sorry about that. But either way, yeah, this is now becoming an evenly matched. I figure that N7 did decide that to get off of their GOAT, because GOAT is gone. The meta is gone. But we'll see what they run on this map, on this final push instead.
Well, it looks like a similar comp coming out from Krazy 88. We've got I Am Nodi again on the Pharah. They pulled out this time instead of a Widowmaker. Caden is now on the Ashe. Butters once again is on the Sombra. And it looks like a fight is going to break out. They have pulled out the Winston from Chicken. I think they just listened to your patch comment, Pickles, and decided that, you know what, maybe Winston isn't such a bad pick right now. Hitman and I Am Nodi have just leveled N7 University's team on the point, and they take it easily with a 4-man kill. The reach contest coming in. Chicken looks like he's going to go off on the left side. He is only halfway to his Primal Rage. We've got a couple of ults getting ready to come online from Krazy 88. We've already got the barrage. There is an early barrage. He catches 2. And that is huge for this recontest.
That
Caden on Ashe takes out Iced Up's Mech.
be surprised them on that barrage. They were not expecting that.
They were not expecting it, no. I mean, if it were me, if I was playing in this match right now and I saw that fire was coming out, I'm not necessarily sure that I would be playing on the Winston. I think that I would keep the Reinhardt up for that 2,000 hit point barrier, because even though it may not take the entire, you know, brunt of the barrage, it's going to keep you up a bit longer. But they seem committed to this sort of divey comp that they're doing. Oh, there's a huge hack. It catches 5. 2, 3, 4. 4 caught out from that EMP alone. Diva's the only one left on mech. She gets hacked. She's taken out of her mech, and it looks like they're going to hold her up for a little bit just to stagger her. What a smart play by Krazy 88 right now. We are at 90% capture on this last point. Sanctuary of Busan. Primal Rage is out from Chicken.
Justice reigns from above.
Oh, there's another barrage from Nodi. Nodi is putting in some serious work here. Butters takes out Iced Up from her hack.
This will heal.
And it looks like we have a switch off to a Tracer here. All Might switched off to Tracer, and that was a huge switch, but Death 187. A bomb in from Iced Up. This is basically last ditch territory here. Dynamite catches Iced Up and ends up finishing off the mech of Iced Up. There's a huge EMP. It's going to be hard for anybody to contest that. That is a huge hold. Huge win by Krazy 88 after winning the first round dropping the downtown phase of Busan, and they come out and go 100-0 on the third map. That is just a beautiful coordinated attack from Krazy 88s.
That is now 2-0 for these 88s. I feel like they're feeling what's the word I'm looking for? Feel the burn.
They're feeling their oats right now.
They're feeling everything. Is what I'm trying to get. They're feeling oats.
They're feeling everything. They're on cloud 9 right now.
So team. So guys,
we'll be right back. After that, we'll have a little brief intermission. We'll be back with the final map, which will be Temple of Anubis.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis. Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Alright guys, we are
Now
heading
entering
into
the
Temple of Anubis. The teams are setting up. Temple of Anubis is the 2 control point map. That you do have to get the first point, push, and then get the second point. This could either be a very quick match or sometimes one of the longest matches in the games. But besides that, we are thanking you guys for following me on Twitch. If you have a Twitch Prime, feel free to utilize that with me, because if you have Amazon, it's free. Secondly, you guys in the chat, thank you guys. Feel free to spam the emotes you want to. My bots are not working at the moment correctly, so it's Wild Wild West in my chat at the moment. So, yeah. And we have Chef here.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Go ahead, Chef.
All right, and yep, not a problem. Welcome back, everybody. We are here on the 3rd map of the evening. We've got Temple of Anubis, one of my most despised maps personally, but coming out in the beginning, I'm not sure because I can't see my icons right now. I believe that N7 University is on the defense right now. We've got Chicken 178 on the Orisa. Oops, we've got a pause here. Please stand by, everybody, while we get this player back in. So we got Chicken on the Orisa, Big Mac's on the McCree. Iced Up is playing the Hogs, so we're doing with a classic Halto combo. Dark Passenger is on the Mercy, Nono is on Lucio, and All Might is finishing out the defense with the Junkrat. Coming out with the offense right now, I Am Nodi is on the Pharah again. Yukari is on the Mercy. It looks like Inferno Butters on the Sombra is already creating havoc in the back line of N7 University. X-Death is on the Genji. Hitman 117 is on the Wrecking Ball. And Kaden is playing the Widowmaker. It looks like we've got an attempted res out, but it got knocked out of that res. Butters does take out All Might on the Junkrat, and Nodi gets a quick pick on Dark Passenger as the Mercy. Death 18 takes out Chicken in a very quick dash. Those are 5 quick successive deaths by Krazy 88s on this attack here on point A of Anubis. That was very staggered of an attack, but it ended up working out in their favor in the end, throwing the Hammond behind them. N7 University did not have an answer for it. Classic bunkers defense set up by N7 University here with the Orisa shielding the middle lane of attack for Krazy 88s. And now we look to see if they're going to... Oh, there's a huge EMP catching only 2, or catching 4. Oh my goodness. Hitman 117 is on the point right now. We get a res out of the Pharah by Bikari. There's a tire coming out. It got no damage done to it.
Securing the objective.
3 on the point for Krazy 88. Mines come out.
Cease your resistance.
Big Max has pulled out the High Noon, and he looks like he's using it just for a zoning ult instead of rather to use it as a killing ult, which for the time being looks like it was a very well played ultimate because Krazy 88 had the definite advantage in terms of people, and when he popped that ult, everybody backed off. Very well played by Big Max there. Big brain plays by him. And now it looks like we've got 2 ults coming online for Krazy 88s. And it looks like we've got a Dragon Blade sitting out for N7 University. They're just poking each other around right now. It seems like they're trying to look at this left side to come up from Dragon Blade out from Death 187. He gets stunned and taken down immediately by Iced Up. That was a huge stun on that Dragon Blade by Iced Up onto the Dragon Blade of Death. Looks like their switch is coming in right now. Death has now switched over to the Zarya instead of the Genji. The second point of Anubis seems to be a bit more brawly, and the more HP that you have, the better chances you have of standing up to the onslaught that's coming. There's another huge EMP catching 5. Ice Up on the Roadhog goes down. Big Max on the... There's another big tire coming out from All Might. He takes 2 out. He takes the Sombra and the Zarya out. Massive defense here. Trading ults back and forth. Ice takes out Hitman on the Reinhardt, and it looks like, once again, N7 University will stabilize. And I gotta say, with this new patch, somebody that has played Orisa for a long time, I gotta tell you, seeing Orisa's movement buffed is a huge thing, because you can walk forward much faster and shoot people in their faces. I don't know if Olympic runner would be the thing that I would say for, but you don't feel like your feet are in quicksand so much anymore. We've got Inferno Butters again on the Zarya. She is laying havoc with her hacks. She unfortunately did get taken down by the Roadhog of Iced Up, but she is starting to really make havoc again for N7 University. I think that's been a kind of a theme for the night, is that N7 University just cannot deal with the Sombra. Chicken getting a huge pick on the high charge Zarya there. And there's a res. Mikakari res is up.
Team up for special attack.
Death on that Junkrat.
Heroes never die.
Oh, that is a huge tire. Taking out a very high charged Zarya, and once again, N7 is going to stabilize on this point. And right now it looks like there is a definite ult advantage in the favor of Krazy 88. But at the moment, N7 is putting up one hell of a defense, marshaling their ults at the perfect times. I'm just unfortunately worried for the amount of ults that they don't have online right now. But there's a huge hack. There's a huge hack. 4 hacked. Grab out from Death 188. And Chicken is down. Huge sound barrier coming out from No. Looks like N7 is pulling out the stall of defense right now. 30 seconds left on the time bank right now. Tire coming out from All Might. That's a huge tire taking out Hitman. They've got one tick. Oh, Chicken takes a huge mark out on Death 118. She was charged up to about 95. 5 seconds left on the push here from Krazy 88s, and it looks like they're probably just going to get the one touch. We are in OT now. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to touch well. I stand corrected. 1-2. A desperation grab thrown in. This is going to keep the contest up. Huge boost coming out of No-No. That is a huge hold by N7 University. Death 118 had 100% charge. She threw her grab in from about the opening of the temple, caught 4 in it, and still was unable to pick up the last point of Anubis there. Massive, massive hold there from N7 University. Krazy 88s takes point A and 1 point or 1 tick on point B. Let's see what they come out with here on the attack. But first, we're going to take a look at what Krazy 88s has coming out for their defense. Whew! There's a lot of action going on there. I'm telling you, there's a couple of very, very, very key ultimates thrown out by N7. The Junkrat tires, multiple Junkrat tires coming out and catching 2 and 3 each time it came out, or popping somebody out of an ultimate. So coming out on the defense from Krazy 88s, we've got I Am Nodi. I Am Nodi's kind of been an MVP for the team today, other than Inferno Butters, who has been playing an insane Sombra for the night. Mikakari's coming out on the Mercies. Caden 0319's coming out on Ashe. Hitman 117 is coming out on the Orisa. Death is coming out on Roadhog. And like I said before, Inferno Butters is coming out on the Sombra. And it looks like we are coming out with a dive offense from N7 University. That is a quick pick from the Ashe by Caden onto Big Max's Tracer.
Hey there.
For your safety, please move behind the barrier.
I'm not necessarily sure if dive is the right position to be running into here with, especially with that Sombra, because Sombra can get behind you. She can hide from you and then just pop out of nowhere and just murk you out real quick. It's almost on cue. They have swapped off the Winston, and now Chicken is running the Reinhardt. And it looks like Big Mac is now taking the Brigida role. It looks like they're going to try and run a stand or a Zen Goats.
Always leave yourself a box.
I'm telling you right now, Pickles, Butters is running a massive amount of damage on this Sombra, and nobody ever wants to say Sombra is murking out, Sombra is putting out so much damage, but she is putting out a massive amount of hacks and just frags on this Sombra right now.
She is radioizing her hack, especially since that the buff that she got was her cooldown, which hacks is happens. It's not as twice as long. It's happens. Cooldown, so it helps a lot, which really makes it more of an asset now.
I mean, if you just look at that right there, she was 5 health. She got up to the high point there and hacked Chicken before he could get his shield swung around and took him out. I mean, she's had her EMP for a good 45 seconds now. Once again, it's the whole throw it in, get your damage in there, get your hacks in there, and then if you can't do anything with it, back out to your safe spot. we are getting a masterclass right now from Inferno Butters on how to play Sombra, just absolutely decimating the attack of N7 University right now. It doesn't seem like there's anything they can do because they just have no idea where she is at any given time.
60 seconds.
Huge pick by Caden on Big Max on top of the archway. Iced Up does take out Caden, and now we've got a grab out. This could be a huge push. That Graviton Surge was huge coming out of All Might. And now we've got Dark Passenger popping his Zen Transcendence. It looks like N7 is going to take this point unless there is a late recontest.
Our time is running out. Everyone get on defense.
Objective lost.
That was very close to not
New defense point. Objective
being a clean hold. However, coming into the second point now, it looks like we've got a tire and a supercharger coming out of Krazy 88's. Big shatter.
victory.
That was a very fast cap. I'm sorry that I was trying to catch up from my camera points of views. They snowballed that into point B like nobody's business. And even though they go down 1-2, N7 University showed their mettle here on the last map of the day here at Temple of Anubis and just lit people up. Pickles, what are your thoughts there?
That Sombra was phenomenal, and the great thing is we're going to see if we can get Butters in from Krazy 88 as a post-game interview. So guys in the chat room, stick around. We'll be back and with the post-game interview.
All right, guys, we are back with Inferno Butters, who was playing Sombra for most of the match for Crazy 88s. We do have a few
Some
questions
questions
for
for
him.
him. So, Butters, your Sombra, it was on point. What do you want to tell the kids at home, the folks at home, about how to play Sombra? What's your secret?
So when I play Sombra, what I mainly like to do is I like to hack the Lucio. Well, if I'm playing against the Goats team, because the Goats relies a lot on mobility, and if you hack the Lucio, they don't have the speed boost, so they can't like move around as much and take as much ground. And also hacking the Ryan's good because um protection, so you can get a lot of free damage and no charge with the Ryan's hack.
Yeah, one thing I saw that you were really good at was getting those hacks on the main tank on Chicken, who was playing the Reinhardt most of the time, and also on their Lucio. Chef, you have any questions for him?
I mean, I was following you. I was doing the play-by-play. Butters. I want to tell you, watching you on downtown Busan, your high ground play was absolutely insane because it seemed like there was two things that I saw going on. One, they weren't contesting you up there, and you kind of had a bodyguard up there, but you were getting hacks off left and right. And even though you guys ended up taking the loss on that point, I think that your play up there was probably MVP level because they couldn't contest you up there. Like you were getting hacked just like, hello, I'm gonna marionette you here. I mean, how did you stay up there that long without them really contesting you? And the EMPs that came out from you were absolutely crazy throughout the whole match. So that's the question that I really want to ask you, other than the thoughts behind your positioning there. When do you decide that you're going to pop an EMP?
Well, um, I knew that the only way that they can contest me was if they send their diva after me. But if they send their diva after me, our Pharaoh would get a lot of damage in on them, and then we'd win the point. So, um, the way I used the EMPs was when I let my Pharaoh know that I was gonna EMP so that she can barrage because she was getting pocketed, so that would do a lot of damage to them. And yeah, that's basically my thinking behind that.
I mean, it was stellar plays. We were watching on Busan. You would weave in and out, kind of like Muhammad Ali. I weave like a butterfly. You'd get down to about 30 health, and then you pop back up to the what we call the treehouse point. At least on my team, we call it the treehouse point. And then you actually hacked the Reinhardt from the top of the treehouse when he was standing on the bridge, and ended up getting him murked out because you hacked him and took a shield down because they actually had a very good push going on there, and you just stalled them completely out. We thought you were going to full hold them right there with that massive push. We didn't see the because I was literally following you like 2/3 of Busan, and then the first point of you defending on Anubis. Your hacks were just out of this world. Like they didn't know where they were looking for you, and they couldn't find anything. So your placement and positioning was just it was absolutely awesome, and we both wanted to commend you on that because we're like,
Thank you.
good God, where's he gonna pop up now?
Right, and well, I guess ultimately with that, your gameplay and your team's gameplay pretty much kicked N7 University out of the playoffs. How do you feel about that?
Well, coming in, we knew that they were a good team, so we weren't really like trying to run goats into them because they would probably beat us. So we just tried to make our own playstyle. That's why we ran with the make goats and the quad DPS because like if we mirror the 3-3, we can't really like do much because we're not that like well with standard goats.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And with the patch recently, just kind of allowed it to kill goats. But great gameplay for you guys and from Crazy 88. We will be back in a few moments with Chicken 178 from N7 with his thoughts. But thank you, Butters, for joining us.
Thank you.
we wrong button.
Oh, all right, guys. We are back. We do have Chicken here with us from N7 University. We do have a couple of questions for him.
Chicken, with the game, what do y'all think y'all strengths or weaknesses for this match? What are your thoughts about the match tonight, essentially?
I think that we needed to adapt better to what they were running. There were many points where we just kind of didn't know what to do. Like on Eichenwald, we had momentum, but we pushed up too far and left our Zen on part, which killed us. We couldn't get past. We just didn't break. And Mech Busan was a whole other story. We adapted on Temple, but it wasn't. It was too late.
And I mean that happens. I know with the sometimes you have players that may be having to go on to roles they're not accustomed to, and that happens to every team. But I guess the next one with y'all guys potentially being playoff contenders, y'all's chances are still up in the air because there's still a few more games this week for week 8 and potentially week 9 with the other with the rest of the teams that still need to play out. Do you still think your playoff chances are good?
We have a chance. We just have to learn to adapt better and change up how we play instead of playing how we are now, and we have a chance still to make it.
I mean, I want to throw out there
Yeah, go ahead.
because I'm going to throw out there because while you guys maybe had a little bit of problems adapting to the comps that you went up against, I want to pull out the 5-man shatter on Mecha Base from you, Chicken. I mean, that was a stroke of genius. You actually got booped up in the air a little bit before you launched your shatter, and then you caught 5 and ended up wiping the team, and the Gong of Death came out. How did you set that up? Because as a Rhine player myself, what's the thing of beauty?
Basically, when it was the Ryan had pushed in too far and immediately decided to kill him, because you have to play goats that way to where you punish. After we got him, they didn't have a Ryan. They couldn't block the shatter unless it was with a bubble. So we decided just to go for it and committed to the play. We knew it would have been hard for them to get out. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, you guys did great holding off that last point and winning the last match on Temple. Y'all had y'all's moments on Busan as well. I wish you guys much luck in the rest of y'all in the week 9 game, and hopefully it plays out in y'all's favor, and maybe we'll seeing you guys in the playoffs. Do you want any closing words from you, Chef, or from Chicken?
D9,
I mean,
get ready.
So it sounds like a call out to
I
D9
hear a call out
from Chicken.
Holy cow! I hear a call out from N7 University to D9. I hear a bit of a grudge there. Pickles, you hear a bit of a grudge there? I think there's been some smack talk coming up.
And I hear what's the word I'm looking for? Determination behind that. But you guys at home,
You guys at home, thank you for watching tonight, and thank you for following my channel. I will be streaming more games, so follow my channel here on Twitch. Follow that button if you have Twitch and Prime. Feel free to utilize that on me as well. I also have Twitter, which is the same thing as Pickles CGL. Feel free to utilize that on as to follow me. Until next time, follow us on consolegamingleague.com. Until next time, keep looking up.